Hello, classmates. My name is Katie Halpin, and this is my community in words and pictures. I live in Logan Township, New Jersey, which is in Gloucester County. It's this little red county down here. It was incorporated in 1877 as West Woolwich, renamed as Logan a year later, and it was named for John Alexander Blackjack Logan, who was a Union Army general in the Civil War, and he was an Illinois state senator. He never actually was a senator in New Jersey, but he is credited with the creation of Memorial Day as a holiday. So Logan is 26.6 square miles, and it's mostly land, some water, and it borders Woolwich Township, Greenwich Township, Delaware River, Raccoon Creek, and Oldman's Creek. And it is a mixture of residential, farmland, commercial, industrial, and retail. And you can see from this picture that it is way over here in the southwest, and is very close to Pennsylvania. Here's a closer look, and you can see that the border touches the Delaware River here, and it's connected to Pennsylvania by the Commodore Barry Bridge, which is right here. And we're also close to 295. It runs right through our town, and we're close to the New Jersey Turnpike, which makes it easy to commute if you live in Logan. Here's some demographics from the census. We've got 6,042 people, population density 275.6 inhabitants per square mile. And here is our racial breakdown. We are 81.53% white, 12.5% black, and then a smaller mix of all of these other ethnicities. We've only got 3.6% foreign born, and we have 334 veterans. Here's some Logan housing information. Owner-occupied unit rate is 93.7%. Median value of homes is $207,600. Median mortgage cost per month is $1,830, and median rent is $1,387. So here is a photo of my home. It is in a newer development, but there's a mix of housing types. There's some row homes, regular single-family homes, and then larger ones. No apartments in town, but there are a lot of rental homes. Here's some information about families and living arrangements. There's 2,000 households, 2.96 persons per household is the average. And living in the same house 1 year ago is 90.8%, so not too much turnover. Language other than English spoken at home is only 7.7%, and median travel time to work is 30.7 minutes. And there is a lot of families in my town who commute to Philadelphia or Wilmington, and each of those is about 30 minutes away. And here's a photo of my family at the Statue of Liberty. And here's some information about computers and internet use. So in Logan, we have 98.2% of households have computers, and 92.8% of households have the internet, which is helpful for right now because our school is all virtual during COVID. And here's some more about education in Logan. Our percentage of high school graduates is 97%, and a percentage of bachelor degree or higher is 36.1%. And these are the schools that we have in our town. Center Square is pre-K kindergarten first, Logan Elementary is 2nd to 5th, and then Logan Middle School is 6th to 8th. We don't have our own high school, but we do send to the regional, which is Kingsway High School, GCIT, or Gloucester Catholic. And Logan is known for its excellent, well-funded school system, financed through taxes from Pure Land Industrial Complex, which I will talk about in a minute. Here's some health information about people in Logan. We've got 7.2% people under 65 that have a disability, and people without health insurance, 3.5%. We do not have a medical center in our town, but we do have many within driving distance. We do have an urgent care and several doctor's offices. But most residents utilize either Philadelphia hospitals or Delaware ones like DuPont or Christiana as they're about 30 minutes away, and they're both excellent. In fact, my youngest son was born at Penn Hospital in Philadelphia. Here's information about income and poverty. Mean household income is $112,100 at 81, per capita income 42,405, and we've got 4.4% of persons living in poverty, which is not so bad. We have 4 religious institutions in town. They're all churches. We don't have a lot of variety in our town, but there is a lot in surrounding towns. In fact, my church, Crossbridge, is about 10 minutes away in in Woolwich. Here's some crime statistics. Violent crime is lower than the national average by 83.4%. Property crime rate is lower than the national average by 36.79%. So our biggest problem is property crime, larceny, theft, and burglary, and that is mostly due to the Pure Land Industrial Complex. We have most of our police officers live in our town, and they're very proficient and they're very visible, which is really nice. Here's some images that I took in our town. Lots of walking paths and parks and open spaces, which is nice. And these are from Dalton Farms, which is a local family-owned farm. And they have a sunflower festival, a tulip festival, and then there's just a photo of my son bike riding around town. Here's some images from Pure Land, which I had discussed a little bit, and I'll get more into that later. The industrial park. We do have 2 Amazon warehouses, which provide a lot of jobs in the area. And this, Taco Lindo, is a little restaurant that my husband and I started in 2017, a little taco burrito place, and my older son worked there. We did decide to sell it recently, but it was a lot of fun being part of the community, and we made a lot of connections during our time here. And so here's Pure Land. It's a 3,000-acre industrial park, and this is definitely the biggest Logan institution. Opened in 1975, it's the largest industrial park in New Jersey and one of the largest in the world. It has offices, warehouses, manufacturing, all kinds of different companies. And we do get lower taxes in Logan than other local towns due to the industrial park presence. We also have something called Dream Park in our town, which is an equestrian center. It's 277 acres, temperature-controlled arena. They host lots of different big major horse shows and events. Here's some pictures from their website with they have dog shows and of course horse shows. My kids have done horseback riding lessons there. We also have in our town Bridgeport Speedway, which is a dirt speedway. They have live racing every Friday and Saturday night. It's a lot of fun. And Peachwood Pool. This is the recreation club in our town, and a lot of people from neighboring towns come here as well. Operates during the summer months, really family friendly, nice place. We have a swim team through there. Actually, this kid on the end is my son Luke, but all of my kids have been part of the Peachwood Pirates. And some informal Logan institutions. We've got a lot of youth sports, cheerleading, football, soccer, baseball, basketball. My kids have done it all. Here's some pictures of some of them doing them. We also have our Logan Library. Here's a picture down here at the bottom. They have lots of story time, free events, a lot of great things there. We also have Logan Day annually in October. It's a really fun event with bounce houses and free food and games and activities. And there's lots of neighborhood groups. For example, my neighborhood has a book club and for women, and then a poker night for the men, and lots of different social activities. So the Good Community Assessment, I did assess Logan as a good community using the Ohio State University fact sheet. And for these reasons, it is safe. Low crime rates, no history of natural disaster, free of unnecessary traffic and environmental hazards. There is access to goods and services. We have positive interrelationships in our town. There's common values and goals, and the whole person principle that people know each other well, and there's functional social relationships among community members. That's definitely the case in Logan. It's a small town. Everyone knows each other. People are very friendly. They have a lot of great relationships. And there is personal recognition in the community. People have a recognized place in the social structure. And there's sufficient opportunities for growth and fulfillment, especially through the Pure Land complex, which I discussed. And the fact sheet also suggested that being homogenous is is part of a good community. So I would say that Logan is definitely fits that bill. It's 81% white, but there is some diversity. Some improvements or changes that I would make. I would say I would like an increase in the diversity of the town, diversity of religious institutions and religions and cultures and things like that. And I would love more retail and restaurant options. We're about 25 minutes from any mall, Target, Walmart, any of that stuff. So it's a little bit of a hike to get to any of those places. But we do in our town have like an Acme and a Rite Aid and some smaller food. And here's my references. Thank you so much for watching my presentation.